Shalom, shalom. Welcome back to another episode of Brothers Unplugged.
Shalom.
We're your hosts.
Shalom.
One of them's a bellend and the other has more hair on his chin than he has on his head.
Hey, there's no need for that there, is there? Look, your day's coming. Don't get it twisted.
I know it's coming. It's fine.
Oh, that's
What?
weird.
What?
Without headphones. Oh,
I
I feel like we're actually talking. Put them back on.
don't like it.
Don't want to talk to you without.
We're actually talking.
So, welcome back. Episode 29. 29. We have made it and haven't been cancelled yet, but just in case.
Oh, 2 weeks in a row.
Admin! Yeah, I've run out of fucking buttons. It's hard to find sounds for buttons. I have to do this. I come in every week. I'm like, what can I do as the admin sound? People have run out of ideas and no one's messaged me about them. So
Everyone's left.
everyone's leaving the Instagram. All three of our patrons have left as well. So,
Cancelled.
but follow the Instagram. Sid, what's the Instagram?
At Brothers_Unplugged_podcast. The link is in the description as well.
Okay. Terms and conditions may apply. Follow that. Follow everything else where we do our podcast. Spotify, Apple, fucking wherever. Join the fucking Patreon. We have set a Patreon up.
Yes.
And we have no monies.
we need the money so we can do things.
Can't afford to do this anymore. I can't afford to feed my children.
We have another Patreon member who has joined us.
Yep.
And that is Michelle.
Well, I was going to say Mrs. Wank Puffin, but it's not, is it?
No.
It's his sister.
That's weird.
Mrs. Puffin Wank?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll find... Oh, no, she won't hear it tomorrow because it doesn't come out tomorrow. Comes out Monday. So
yeah.
I'll ask her tomorrow. I'll be like, what nickname would you like?
I don't know if she has a nickname.
I call her Mum.
I know she doesn't like one of the nicknames I call.
What is it?
I'm not going to say it.
Oh, I want to know now.
It's the first part of her name.
Mish.
Yeah. You can get a backhand
No,
for that
I
one.
know what her name should be. It will be... Matey! Matey! You got a wristband? Charlie, he's not got a wristband. Sorry. If he listens to this, he'll be like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Why did you take the ring out of me?
Why did you do that?
He's got less hair than I have.
I know.
So I feel good about that.
He's probably got more on the back of his head than you do on your chin.
I have nothing on my list this week. Because we recorded Sunday.
Yeah, well...
And it's now Thursday.
I covered the bloke next to me in oil yesterday.
How? Why?
Like,
As in oil? As in like...
No.
Baby oil?
No.
No, just normal
At
oil.
work.
Why?
Because at work, when I shoe bolt, which is putting locks into the windows, I have my own drill gun. And it's hydraulic, air-powered, not hydraulic powered.
Hydraulic.
And I have a hose.
Mr. DIY.
Do it yourself.
Yeah.
And I put the hose into the bottom of this gun, clicks in, and you pull the trigger and it goes...
Yeah, I know how an air gun works.
Yeah. And on the grip, it says oil daily.
Okay.
I've had this drill for months.
Who's Daly?
And
Like Tom Daly? I bet he likes to be oiled.
probably...
Slippery bastard.
Splash.
Splash in my bed.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard... You fully dribbled over yourself.
I've had this cough for ages.
Yeah. If you can't tell, me and Sid are still ill. We'll try and cut as much as we can out, but
Jesus. Anyways,
oil. Tom Daly, oil. Yeah.
on the bottom of the cricket. Oh, the crick.
The cricket.
On the bottom of the grip, it says oil daily.
Okay.
I haven't this. Oh my god! No. I see you. Yep, man. I haven't oiled this gun once.
What are you supposed to oil?
The part where the hose goes onto.
Right.
You meant to hold the trigger and then put oil in it.
Right.
And apparently it did. After I did it, it went. Normally it sounds.
Lubricates it.
After I oiled it, it went. I was like, oh my god. But I made the mistake of putting a bit too much in.
And it went over your colleague.
Well, the engineer was on the corner cleaner. And I get on all right with him. And I said to him, I turned around to him and went, am I meant to oil this daily? And he went, yeah. And I went, I've had this thing for months. Possibly coming up to a year, maybe. I haven't oiled this thing once. And he turned around. He had a big bag on. He turned around and went, yeah, there's some oil in the bag. Yeah, take that. It was a spray bottle. And I was like, oh.
Right.
I was like, what do I do?
Just spray it.
He went, I was like, where do I spray it? On the grip? On the trigger? I don't know. He went, hold the trigger in and spray it into the hole at the bottom. I was like, right, okay. So I sat there and he kind of turned around. I think he went on the phone to someone, or he spoke to someone else. So basically he left an unattended child with some oil and an air gun.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's probably not the best idea, really.
And then he turned back round and I was still spraying. He goes, how much have you put in there? And I went, oh, I haven't stopped since you turned away.
I don't know, till it fills up the tube.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I haven't oiled it in months, so I thought I'd, give it a good oil. And he went, now you're going to put that in and it's going to go everywhere. And I went, no. I turned it up to the right way up and nothing happened. And I was like, see? Nothing. Turn it back upside down. And he went, it's going to go everywhere. So he took the oil bottle and he walked off. I turned it back and oil just came pouring out. And I was like, oh. And it went all over my hands, all over the grip and everything. I was like slipping about of it. And the other bloke on the station next to me, he was like, what have you done? I was like, I've oiled my gun. And then he went, all right, okay. And me knowing that there's holes on the bottom of this gun where the air comes out. And I plugged in the gun and a bit of oil come out a little bit. And I was like, see, look, we're fine. And he stood on to my left because he walked round behind me. He was like, what are you trying to find out what I was doing? And I went, see, it's fine. Pointed it up. Aimed it up.
You fucking dick.
And I went, see? And then pulled the trigger and I'd say about 2 litres of oil just comes spraying out the bottom of this gun all over this bloke. And he went, what are you doing? Oh my God. And I was like, you're ready. Bent over.
Stop.
And he looked at me and went, you just covered me in oil. I was like, really? No shit, really? Oh, it was the funniest thing. And the bloke on the other bench, he looked over and was like pissing himself laughing. I started laughing. I couldn't help it. And I was like, looked at the floor. Floor's covered in oil.
See?
My bench is covered in oil.
This is what happens when you pay peanuts. You get monkeys.
Exactly.
So
I was like, whoops. And he spent about the next 20 minutes in the toilet and he was like, it wouldn't come off. I was like, yeah, sure,
oil.
Mate.
It's like a fucking... It's not going to wash off, is it, oil?
No, and he was like, it wouldn't come off. And I was like, okay, I don't care.
I'm
lubricated, so I don't care. But yeah, that was about it. I think that's all that's really happened, really majorly in the past.
I literally haven't had anything this week other than customers just being cunts again.
Same old, I guess.
They're all
really.
cunts. I had someone come into the office. When was this? Monday? I think it was Monday. So I was sitting in the office and I was eating me lunch, and a couple have come in, and he's ordered a gate, right, the week before. Bear in mind, at the moment, because we're so busy, we have like an 18 to 20 week lead time. So from order to fitting, it can be 18 to 20 weeks. We tell everyone this before they order, but it's just we're just so fucking busy and we haven't got the staff needed. Haven't got the manpower.
Wow.
And no one can fucking do the job, so we can't hire anyone.
Freddie will do it.
Huh?
Freddie will do it. That's double the waiting time.
You want your gate tomorrow? Okay.
God,
I don't know why you
it's so loud and it's so annoying.
So he came in and he was like, I ordered a gate last week and I haven't got it. I was like, oh, you're serious? Oh, okay. Right, okay. I was like, yeah, you ordered it last week. So I found his paperwork. I was like, right, okay. What do you want me to do? He was like, well, I was hoping it would be ready by now. I was like, no, it hasn't even gone into the workshop yet. It's still in the pile to go into the work. So basically, we have like a couple of folders. So one will be drawn out, and then I'll go into the office and draw some, and then I'll bring them into the workshop, and then they get cut up, and then we make them. And he was like, well, I thought it'd be done. I ordered it a week ago. I was like, on your quote, it actually says to you, here, right here, 18 to 20 weeks. He was like, oh, right. Well, I didn't read that bit.
That's mum.
I was like, did you read the rest of the fucking quote or just the bit where it told you the price? And then what he changed his design. So I was standing there, I was like, oh my fucking, please, just leave. He's like, can I have a look at some designs? I was like, yep, I have a book. So I showed him the book. Well, I want to see some in person. I was like, everything's bespoke. Nothing is made and we put it on a shelf. It's It's all like bespokely made to your opening. Oh. Well, I thought you just got it off of a shelf.
No. So it works, geez.
I was like, what the fuck? What drugs have you been taking? So he went, well, it's only a small gate. I was like, right, okay. So I was like, well, I can't really help you. You have to wait. Yeah, and then there's just been customers all week that are just wankers. I think people are slowly losing the plot, and they're just fucking idiots.
I want my gates. I want my metal gates.
Oh, I've
had
enough of people.
I think I'm lucky that I don't have to deal with the customer side of things.
Sometimes I've turned up to a job before, and this bloke had like a 3 meter opening, and then a wall each side. He's like, I want a sliding gate. I was like, oh, where are you going to put it? He was like, well, in the opening. I was like, okay, where is it going to slide? Oh, yeah. I was like, because you have a wall that side or a wall that side. It's got to go somewhere. Oh, I thought it could go around the corner. I was like, oh, hang on. Let me just magically bend your gate. Yeah.
Wait, there's a wall like that and he thinks it's going to slide.
So he had 2 brick piers and then one brick pier run down towards his house and then the other brick pier run down and then out and around. So he literally had an opening like there, a wall and then it went out. And he wanted a sliding gate. And he just couldn't fathom that he couldn't have a sliding gate. And he was adamant. He was like, no, I want a sliding gate. I was like, I can't put a fucking gate there. Where do you want me to put it? Well, can you take some of the wall out? I was like, no, because it's your fucking neighbour's house, you cunt. Do I look like a bricklayer? No. Oh, you won't mind. Oh, fuck off. Just fuck off.
I don't think you care.
Yeah, and then other jobs, I was supposed to go take templates for like a curved wall. And he was like, oh yeah, the walls are all ready. You can come and take your templates and final measurements. I was like, okay. So I've jollied on round. Got to the customer's house. All right, where are these walls? They're being built.
Oh.
Where? Out the front. I don't see no walls. Well, I thought they'd be ready by now. I was like, right, and you didn't think to ring us to tell us they're not ready? Because I can't do fuck all of that. Well, can you not measure it? Where? Where the fuck do you want me to measure it? Just cunts. Who wanted a rage episode?
Who said it? Was it? No, what 6 was it?
I don't know. Someone.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and I just stand there, and they look at me like I'm the idiot, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on through your brain?
Really? You can't measure a wall that's not there?
Hang on, let me just
joking.
Let me just hang it from your ceiling. Yeah.
Rage episode. Skippy.
No.
Skippy wanted a rage episode.
There you go. My blood pressure is going up. And it's going to get worse. The topic of the episode is what are we doing? This is your idea.
I thought of this idea the other day and I thought, it was a really good idea.
I've got to be careful. I don't want to shout too much just in case I piss the wife off.
It'll be fine. But today's episode, we are doing and talking about some things that we hate about society.
Everything. All of them.
Right. Thank you for listening.
I can't find the button.
Sign up to the Patreon.
Bye.
Follow the Insta. Bye.
No, we've done that joke too many times. Well, have you got a list? Because I actually haven't for once.
I've thought of some stuff that I hate just personally.
Okay. Well, you start.
How far in are we? We normally talk about how the week's going, really, until, we're 14 minutes in.
Yeah, nothing really. Nothing's really happened.
Yeah.
Hasn't been the weekend yet.
One of the things I do hate, we'll go straight into it. Why not? Let's dive into it.
Go on then.
Book it. Women.
Yeah.
Not just women.
I hate them as well. All of them.
No, I've thought about this earlier. I don't know if this goes into society almost, but it's the fact of how women, I think this is not really in society, but it kind of is because it's made by people and people make insurance companies. Insurance companies charge women less.
For what? Like car insurance?
Car insurance.
Do they?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because boys are named as young racers. Right? You race boy drivers, one of them.
Okay.
Boys are charged more for insurance than girls.
Where have you heard this?
I've seen it.
Where have you seen this?
Everywhere.
Where?
There's many times where some girls turn around and she's like, oh, I've got my new my Ford Fiesta and I'm paying about $800 a year without a black box.
Right.
And there I am paying over $2,500 for a Fiesta with a black box. It's 2004.
I don't know if you can compare it Because unless you live in the same house, you've got the exact same car.
Yeah, but
You're the
this is the
exact
thing as well.
same age. You got the exact same job. It's a bit hard to judge.
Yeah, but I think it
I
involves. I reckon a lot of reckon in this episode. No, maybe not.
We are. We're not copying the dog house.
No, I'm not doing it. I think that the insurance companies charge more for women than they do boys.
They charge less more.
Because they charge less and charge less for girls and more for boys. Because obviously they think, young 17-year-old drivers or 18, whoever you pass your test, God knows you.
Yeah. Carry on.
They think they're going to whip out their little Vauxhall Corsas, their little 1.2, 1 litre EcoBoost and rag it around and smash into a traffic post.
My insurance is cheaper than Debbie's. And we live at the same house. Well, she lives with me.
When did she pass her test? Same as you?
Yeah, the same year.
I don't know.
I don't know. Or the year after? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, but you've got a van.
Yeah.
She's got an Audi. There's a difference between that.
Yeah, but surely the van would be more.
No.
Why?
Because it's not like a sportier car.
It's commercial.
Yeah, but the A3 is like a more sporty of a car.
Right.
Obviously, it depends on the car as well.
Yeah.
The vehicle. Like when I had my little red Benelli thing, that was about, I think it was about 500 a year when I was at 17.
Right.
And I wanted to get a Yamaha YZF 125, which is a sportier bike. The engine size doesn't matter. The horsepower, no, I say the engine size doesn't matter. It didn't change. It's still a 125, the same as my other bike.
Yeah, it's
same horsepower.
Sport bikes are more expensive on insurance.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna. A van isn't the same as an A3. It's more.
Yeah, but vans come under commercial, so usually commercial is a bit more expensive than.
Isn't commercial like buses? Almost.
That's public transport.
No, like it's commercial. Commercial.
You have to have commercial insurance for a van.
That's probably why it's cheaper.
Commercial? Yeah, it comes on because you can't just go to like a normal car insurance. You have to get van insurance.
It's commercial where like no.
Because when I bought the van, luckily the company I was with did van insurance, which comes under, and like my old truck, that was come under commercial as well.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't come up. What, all trucks come under commercial?
I think so. I think it's
commercial cheaper or more expensive?
Well, I mean, I pay like 300 quid a year, so 300 and something quid a year. But I also am 27.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I've been driving.
All this dirt.
I've been driving for 10 years, and I have 10 years no claims. Touch wood. So
you can't say the same.
Yeah. I had 1 year and I cancelled it because
I was going to have another. My quote was going to get ruined again.
I got caught speeding. Another?
Yeah.
Why not? You've only been driving a year.
Yeah, no, but I was going to get my new quote. I was going to have another year's no claims on it because of the mirror thing. They were like, you're probably going to have to go for your insurance. I was like, no, piss off. I don't want to go for my insurance.
Don't go for the insurance then.
I didn't.
Make him pay for it.
That's what we're doing. I sent all the emails went off today.
Oh, they've done?
They are done.
Right, so
going back and forth.
So he should be paying for it.
Huh?
So he should be paying for it then?
Yeah.
Right.
I've messaged, I'm not going to say her name because that's a police officer. I've been speaking to this officer about this situation. She's updated me on what this guy has been going on. We'll give a little update.
Are there any cuddling charges?
Not that I heard of. Touch wood.
Good.
Touch wood.
I don't think you can get
Touch
charged.
wood.
I mean, you get charged for rape.
Touch wood. God, Jesus Christ.
I didn't rape him, so.
No, you'll be fine.
Well,
I haven't heard anything.
it was consensual.
I think. Anyways,
carrying on.
The last update I got, he was released after nearly 24 hours of being in custody.
Yeah.
With a caution on his record for criminal damage. And he has to pay for the damages that he's caused because he admitted to it and he says he feels quite bad. I'm sure he does. And if he doesn't pay for it, then they go to his house, arrest him on his doorstep, bring him all the way back here, and charge him for criminal damage. Give him a full-on charge. So
we'll see.
That's how it's going to go down. But I sent off. Oh my god, it's the most ag. I'm not trying to like diss the place that I'm getting this thing from, but it was like in the situations where you're like, he didn't go through and blah blah blah. I called up BMW.
Yeah.
And
They were like, we can't help you because there's a Mini.
no, I called up BMW. He's like, if you're BMW parts, press 1. For Mini parts, press 2.
Yeah, it's because they're under the same.
Yeah. I pressed number and I went through to the woman and she said, blah, 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 what do you need? I said parts from a mirror. She went, I'll put you through to the parts department. They didn't answer because there was no one in the office because they're useless. And then I got a call about 45 minutes later from a bloke named Dave. He sounded very, very...
Dave. Oh, Dave.
He sounded fed up with the place he was at. I told him what I needed.
Do you want a mirror? Yeah. Oh, how about you fuck off? Have you seen that TikTok?
No.
The doctor's receptionist.
No.
Practicing how to be a receptionist at the doctor's surgery.
No.
Going off topic, but he was like, hello. Do you know what the time is? Yeah. 8:01. 8:01. Yes. How about you fuck off? And it was like, how about you ring again tomorrow at 8 o'clock and I'll tell you to fuck off again.
I've not seen it. I might have seen it. I don't know. Anyways,
Carry on.
he was like, yep, yeah, of course, yeah, we got you. I can get you stuff because I have to get the mirror. The mirror glass itself is like 50 quid.
Right.
The cap is like 40 odd quid.
Yeah.
And then they got to spray it, which is like another 50 quid.
Yeah.
So
they don't
average.
stock it in the colour.
Huh?
They don't stock it in that colour.
Yeah, apparently not.
Oh.
Even the other place don't even stock it in that colour.
Oh.
Or where they would get it from, they'd have to spray it.
You would have thought Mini did.
Well, you'd think, but my one's a special edition kind of thing, so I don't think that colour's like a common colour that they have stored on shelf.
Grey though, isn't it?
It's like he told me he said he was like, oh yeah, we got he said your name in one of it. I was like, why are you saying my brother's name? He said Charlie's name. I was like, yeah. And he started saying a bunch of numbers and letters, and I was like, yeah, that's the one, yeah. He started saying, he was like, yeah, Charlie BC12 blue, light grey, astronomical bastards. I was like, yeah, that's the one, mate. Yeah.
Fuck it, yeah, that. You're gonna get it. It's gonna be green.
Yeah, probably. I mean, like, funky.
Yeah, that's a good colour. That'll match. Why don't you just
Yeah.
get 2 new ones and then get a different colour?
And I'd have to change the colour of the roof.
Get 2 black ones.
Yeah, no. And then I said to him, I was like, send me in a PDF file and email so I can send it over because I literally just summed up the situation of what happened. And it was like, okay. And then I contacted the other place and he said, yep, I'll do that. When I took my car over brake pads, he said he would do it. Then he said, I'll send it to you. He didn't. I come back, told him again. The bloke weren't there. Come back the Monday, told him. He said, yeah, I'll send it over. He didn't send over. He said he did, but I don't think it's sent over. Don't know for what reason.
Right.
And I said to him the next day, I need the quote. He's like, okay, sorry I didn't go through, blah, blah, blah. You should have the quote now.
Listen, you useless cunts. Just send me the fucking quote.
I got the quote. I looked at the quote. The registration was the older registration, and they forgot to put the glass mirror on. So I found out the next day and went, I haven't got the new stuff for it. I haven't got the new registration isn't on there, and the glass mirror part isn't on there. Okay, I'll change the registration over, and I'll add the glass mirror on. Lovely, perfect, thank you.
Why can't you use the old registration?
Because obviously it's not registered to that
Yeah,
car.
but it's not like you're trying to get a quote for a different car.
Well,
he just
said
kicked my wing mirror, so I want you to replace my mum's instead. How about that?
No, he said I'll change the registration over for you because obviously if the police look at it and see registration, my registration, they'll be like, what is this? I'll be like, oh, I've got to try and explain. And I said, you haven't updated the registration and you've got the mirror. So he was like, all right, I'll send it over. Half an hour later, check, nothing. Didn't get nothing for the rest of the night. So today, I contacted him once again. And I emailed him this time. I emailed him in the morning. I was like, I can't bother to call you. I said, I can't be bothered. I told him. I went, hasn't come through. And he went, sorry about this. Blah, blah, blah. Should be through now. So now in the notes it says registration is updated to my plate.
Yeah.
And the new mirror on there, and it's come out to about 160 quid.
So he should pay it.
So he should pay it.
If he doesn't, he's a dick.
He can either pay 50 quid or get charged with criminal damage.
I want compensation because I had to leave what I was doing.
Well, you can speak to the police about that one.
I was doing important business.
I need to get my mirror.
Doing some business. What?
I need to get my mirror replaced.
I'm sure it gets sorted. But
It should. Yeah. Either that or he gets arrested, and I'll have to find a way of doing it.
That'll be fine.
But yeah, that's what's going on.
On that topic, and on the topic of the episode, the other thing I hate about society, the police.
Really?
Yeah. I like some of them around our area.
They're okay around here.
I don't want to get fucking moaned at if anyone to play something down there when I go, oh, you're going to hear me, we do it for you that's when someone breaks in. I wouldn't. Okay? I'd need the ambulance service. Okay? But I think the justice system is fucked. Because you get more for being a drug dealer. Who's that?
That is the police officer that's dealing with my case.
Who?
That's the police officer who's dealing with my case.
I love the police. They're amazing. Police are great. Best police. Quick, Adder. So?
No one knows what we're going on about? No. And it will not to be released. Yeah.
No, this is staying in.
No, I'm saying I'm not talking about what I'm doing. Oh, that's a guinea pig. That's a tortoise.
He's just showing me his quote. Yeah, you get more for being a drug dealer than you do for being a paedophile.
I know. Make it make sense.
I know.
I think, personally, sex offenders, paedophiles, rapists, child rapists should all be killed.
Yeah, straight up. If you want to go touch any children, then die. Yeah. Just die. I just think it's disgusting.
Yeah, we are not.
Thing is now, like, it's hard because I've seen so many cars being nicked recently in our area, and the police just don't do fuck all about it. I know it's like, well, what can they do? It's like, but at the same time, you ring them. I've never had anything stolen, touch wood. So, or like
touching wood in this video.
But if you were to ring them, they go, okay, well, this is your crime reference number. Give that to your insurance. Like, right, but can you find my car? Or shall I go find it?
And you won't like that.
Yeah, so, but that's like someone breaks into your house, right? I don't understand this.
I think if someone breaks into your house, you should be able to use any type of force to remove them from your property or even damage them.
If someone breaks into my house in the middle of the night,
I'm killing them.
And I wake up and I'm conscious at this point, you will not be leaving the house. I can promise you.
You like sheds?
You won't be leaving the house. You'll be on the missing list forever and ever and ever. So, yeah, but if someone breaks into your house, right, because there was this thing not that long ago, I think it was on telly, someone broke into this bloke's house where his family lived and his children, right, and he chased them. They were trying to nick his car, and he chased them down the road and rammed them. I think he smashed one of them up.
Good.
And he got charged for it. The fucking two burglars, they got off way scot-free.
I don't understand.
And he got put inside for like 8 months. But there was another thing. It was I don't know where I read this. It was a while ago. But there was someone trying to break in, and they were on someone's like conservatory, and they fell through the skyline and impaled themselves on kitchen utensils. Right. And he sued the fucking house owners. Yeah.
I'm suing the house owners who I tried to break in.
Yeah. And
how?
Yeah. I know, it's mad. But yeah, if someone breaks in and you ring the police, they go, okay, we'll be with you in 5 hours. Can you get them to wait there? Yes. Yes, of course. Just be like, do you want a tea, mate? Yeah? Do you want a tea? You want to take your mask off? No? All right. No worries.
Do you want to stop holding that knife?
You want to fuck my missus as well? Yeah, crack on. You fucking give it a go. She don't even sleep with me.
Teach me your ways.
But yeah, if someone breaks in, hypothetically, if someone broke into my house and I was awake, then I went downstairs and used said force against these people, and I rung the police, I'd get fucking nicked as well.
I know.
For defending my property and my family.
I don't get what you meant to do. Sit there and watch?
Well, I don't care.
There's a nice 75 TV, nice 75-inch TV in the lounge, mate, if you want that. You want help?
But if someone broke in, I'd be going to prison. Like, simple as.
I don't get how it works. Like, I see this like a little while ago, and it was a judge. I think it was in America somewhere, and a woman got sexually assaulted, but it happened in the matter of under 10 seconds. So he sexually assaulted this woman, but he sexually assaulted her for the length of time it was under 10 seconds. The judge said it was not a crime because it was under 10 seconds.
Oh, good. I don't last that long anyway.
So all I need is 9.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I just think it's weird. But I said this to her before I went, if someone broke in, she was like, what would you do? I was like, well, I'd be chopping like limbs off and I'd make sure they wouldn't be able to fucking do it again.
I'd rip nails off, tie them down.
I'd be breaking limbs. I'd be taking
teeth.
fingers off. I'd make sure you'd never be able to see daylight ever again. And I'd keep your eyeballs on a jar in my office. And she was like, what? So, but you'd get arrested and go to prison if someone broke into a house and you beat them up. I was like, yeah, I'm protecting my family. But then you're in prison. I was like, oh shit, yeah. Then I'm not at home. So it's like, well, what do you do? Because I've got like 2 kids. So
move away.
If someone broke in and I ended up smashing them to pieces, I then go to prison and leave my family and the potential of it happen again, or I just let them steal stuff and then they leave and they probably get away with it.
Well, in other countries, people cut off. If you get caught stealing, you get your fingers or your hands cut off, don't you?
Do the cartel way, just shoot them in the hands. That's what they do.
Oh yeah, they literally tell them to hold their hand up and shoot them in the hand.
They'll shoot them in the hands. And it would just blow their hands to fucking smithereens, which I think is a good idea.
It is a good idea.
So, but no, I'd go to prison.
Have you seen that? There's a video. It's on the Discord, on the Doghouse Discord.
Maybe.
And it was a rapist, and these group of people kidnapped him, tied him up with zip ties, took him to this random place, and cut his ears off.
Yeah.
With a Stanley knife.
Yeah, that was in Ireland.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
they're fucking savage over there as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at first I was like, oh my god, this bloke's getting. He's probably like, I don't know what he's done. And then I read the thing that the person sent with it, and he said rapist.
Yeah,
got his cut off, and I was like, oh, that's fine then. Yeah, that's fine.
And it's like the other thing is have you seen like on Facebook they do the paedophile hunters, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they set up decoys and they go and meet these people.
I want to do that. I want to be a stinger.
They'll try and what they do. I know they've got to do it because they're doing it live on Facebook, but they'll try and protect them from people. So they'll bring them out into public or meet them in public and then be like, oh no, we can't share the location because people are going to turn up. And if people walk past and they hear it and they hear that they're a nonce, like they'll have to stop people trying to fucking kill these people.
Yeah.
Just let them at it.
Yeah.
Look, I was just here to set up the sting. I can't control what members of the public are going to do. Do you know what he looked like? I have no idea what he looked like. He come over with a balaclava and he fucked him up and then he ran away.
But will you get in trouble for that, for not stopping him?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, if you get in trouble for stopping the person or using force, then you get in trouble for using force.
Yeah. I'd be like, well, listen, we can't share the location of this person. Broad Oak Way. Don't come here. It's 7 p.m. S512. JR3. Quickly. We didn't share that. No, don't come here and beat him up. Come on, bring knives. Don't beat him up. And guns if you've got them too. Okay, kill him. Yeah, I think it's fucking weird. Yeah. People are strange. That went on for far too long.
Yeah.
Other things we hate about society.
I don't like being judged for what I wear. Not me personally, but there's a lot of things out there.
Why?
Appearances.
Why do you care what people think?
No, I'm just saying, like, it's typical.
Yeah, people are weird.
Because
I think that's more common around here, though.
I sometimes dress up in a grey tracksuit, trainers, and my hat on, and I walk about and I get stared at.
Yeah, because people think you're like a little road man.
Exactly.
How do you think I feel when I go out in a tracksuit?
I was going to say, you look like you just come out of prison.
I have a skinhead and I'm covered in tattoos. And my face pretty much tells people to fuck off when they see me anyway. And I always get people, when I'm working, people look at me and go, well, I don't want to fuck with him, he looks a bit horrible. And I'm like, I'm actually quite a nice person.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not a dickhead for no reason. It's just my face looks like a dickhead.
I don't know if it's every Thursday morning, but it was this morning. It happened last week and the week before. When you come out of our road, or not our road, but you come out of, obviously, off the drive, and you go round and you go left. And then obviously you go to the end of the road. But that house on the corner, just before you go left, there's an old lady who lives there. And she's
on the right-hand side.
Yeah, as soon as you're coming up to there and you go left.
Yeah, you got the one
literally,
on the corner.
Literally on the corner of that house there. There's an old lady who lives there. Probably about possibly 70s.
She was wavy, yeah.
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 Every morning.
Yeah.
Every morning I see her, she's out there. She looks up, gives a little wave. I even start waving back before her. I'm like, bitch, got you.
I wave at everyone around here.
Everyone's nice. It's just elderly people around here. You don't have to really any trouble.
We live in an old codger's close, which is nice.
I've done it before.
I've drove past and waved, and they've just looked at me. I'm like, fuck you then. I'm like, oh, shit.
Like the old bloke on the corner as you come round on the bend.
Oh, he's all right. He waves at me.
Does he?
Yeah.
The one with the dog?
Yeah, he waves at me.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
He looks miserable at me every time.
I mean, his wife has just recently died, so.
I might start waving at him, see where he feels.
She might just be like happy that she's dead. I don't know. Oh, we shouldn't talk about this. Going back to appearance, though, judging. I had it before at the club, and I'd just come up. I was on a night off. And I don't know what I was doing, but I'd done whatever I was doing that I had the night off for. And I thought, I'll pop up to the club, see everyone. And I was in like a tracksuit. So I was in my tracksuit. I had a fucking cap on. I had my Air Force on.
Yeah.
I was just like fucking trucking around. I weren't like no harm 21. I was just in my comfy clothes. I don't always wear jeans. I don't like wearing jeans because you got a fat ass.
Fat ass.
So I just, and then some girl country was like, why are you wearing Air Force in here? I was like, well, I'm not going to go barefoot, am I, dickhead?
Why are you talking to me, you slag?
She was like, but you don't look like you belong in here. I was like, I fucking work here, you whore. So how about you shut the fuck up? Fuck off. Yeah, so.
Yes.
Have you got anything else?
I don't know how many people this is going to set off, but considering the people we listen to, the people who listen to this, oh my God, I can't speak today. I'm going to do it myself.
Hack up
Never mind, you go to me first. All the LGBTQ plus shit.
God. Here we go.
All that. You get all I've been seeing lately on TikTok, here we go. Skippy, you got it coming to you. All I've been seeing lately on TikTok is furry live streams, transgender live streams, people being... There's some fat bloke with curly hair and his teeth are about a mile apart, playing COD all day, doesn't work, his flat behind him is... Oh, it looks like some sort of tip. There's some fat bird on there as well. She don't work. Just playing games all day.
Look, I have no issue with lesbian, gay,
I don't have
bisexual.
I don't have an issue with you, right? But it's when they go on there and it's them being about this should be more public. This should be, introduced into more the younger generation. No! I knocked the spider's head off by doing that.
Oh, David. No.
You ain't dead anyways.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the LGBT.
Do what you want.
What I don't understand, right, is why is it LGBTQ? I know there's about 1 million other fucking letters in it now, but I haven't caught up since then. So it's L, lesbian, right, which is gay. Okay.
Right.
G.
How do you know this?
Well, it's lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans.
Hold on, Charlie's just listing off all the things you've been.
LGBTQ, transgender, yeah,
Queer
and queer. So L, lesbian.
What's the plus? Is that premium or like you have to buy a subscription?
Maybe. Join the Patreon.
Find out.
So you got L, which is lesbian, right? That's gay. Okay. G is for gay. That's gay.
You're gay being
right.
gay.
LGBT. B is bisexual. Also gay. Right.
Sort of. Half and half. 50.
T. Transgender. If you're a man and you've morphed into a woman, okay, and then you also and you like women, that's still gay. Or if you're a man that likes men, that's trans whatever the fuck you call it, it's gay, right? And then you've got Q, queer, gay. So why can't they just call it gay? Why has it got to have so many letters? I don't understand this. I know, yes, I'm very naive to it. People are going to be upset, but this is my view on it because I don't understand. And why have you got a flag as well? I don't understand this flag situation.
Pansexual,
why is there...
heterosexual, demisexual, asexual. What is it? Look, I'm not against yous, right? I've met many gay people, many lesbians.
I have gay family now, right? On Debbie's side. She has gay family. He was at the wedding. You'll know him if you see him.
Oh, him! Yeah.
And
he's very loud.
Yeah, but
very active and loud. I don't care.
He's one of the nicest people ever. And I get on really fucking well with him. Like when we had a family party not that long ago, I was just getting pissed up with him.
I mean, when we was at the wedding in Cyprus,
Yeah.
we went after the wedding. Me, Bobby, and a few others. We went out to the Flares, which was like round the corner from our apartment. And him and the girl he was with, they turned up. And they just drinking shots. Yeah. And I was like, you're fun.
But what I mean is, he's like one of the nicest people ever. He never hurt anyone. He's never been one of these people that tries to get at you to hurt you for no reason. And he's also someone that doesn't try and
shove it down your throat.
Yeah. But he done it before. Right, and I'll tell you,
you shove it down your throat before?
No, because he doesn't care, because he doesn't give a shit. And I said to him, you know, when you get drunk, you get more gay. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. I was like, I know you're gay, but looking at him, you wouldn't like know he's gay.
No.
He's just like a very well groomed man, right? Until you speak to him, then you can tell. But he's not like one of these people that's like, hi, yeah, my name's. I'm not going to say his name just in case. But he's very like placid. But then when he has more to drink, like the gay more comes out.
the flag.
And I said to him, I went, why are you more gay when you're drunk? He was like, oh, it's just myself. I was like, shut up, you puff. Let's go get a tequila shot. He was like, you are a cunt. I was like, are we getting a fucking shot or not? And then, and he doesn't care. But there's some people you say that to, and they're like, oh my God, my vagina. It hurts. Yeah.
Look.
This is a very touchy subject, but I don't care.
No, all I'm saying is that I don't have a problem with any of them. Gay,
this could
queer,
get us cancelled.
bisexual, lesbian, ain't got a problem. I'm there to 100% support them. I've met so many gay people, and the ones that I've met are the nicest people ever. Yeah. I don't know why, but then you get the people on social media where they try to shove it down people's throats.
Yeah.
They're like, this should, they try and push it to a point of where it's not annoying.
Yeah, we get
it. And then it gets to a point where it's going into schools now.
Yeah, we get it. You're gay. No one really gives a fuck if you're gay. It's like, I can't really say this, but no, I won't say it. Basically, someone I know, right? I've gone and met someone. I'll explain this after, but someone I know, I've gone and spoke to him, and he was like, oh yeah, I was asking about the family, and he was like, yeah, what do we call her? His daughter. We'll call her Lily, is what we'll call her.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, how's Lily doing? Because she's like plays like a football coach for like Arsenal under 18s or something.
All right.
So I was asking about that, and she does about 1 million fucking jobs. She's just always on the go. She's like, yeah. He went, yeah. She's got a girlfriend. I was like, okay. He was like, oh, right, okay. Oh, I didn't know how you'd feel. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care. Honestly, I don't.
I was like, is she happy? And he went, yeah. I was like, okay.
I know.
What do you want me to say here? I don't give a fuck whether she's gay or lesbian. I don't care.
Oh, no.
He's like, oh, right, well, people are a bit funny over it. I was like, yeah, but fuck everyone else what they think.
Exactly.
I don't care whether you're a lesbian or whether you like men and women. I don't care whether you're a fucking Mormon and you've got 8 wives or whether you're in a
polyamorous something.
Yeah, where you've got like a relationship with 2 other people. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't affect me. If you're happy, fine. What I don't agree with is this whole fucking non-binary shit.
Oh yeah.
And the stuff. Look, I don't care. You get on with that. I'm not really fucking bothered what you do with your life. If you want to go and identify as a fucking umbrella tomorrow, fine. Don't try and protect me from the rain, okay? I have my own umbrella. But don't come and try and fucking protest it and, we need more rights. It's like, well, what was the other one? It was at school. So schools in our area now are letting the kids come into school dressed as furries.
Really?
Right, so
in our area?
Yeah. Like
what
secondary schools. One down the hill by the train station. Starts with an S.
No.
Yeah. So they're letting them come in with like towels and ears, and it was like, oh yes, but Paige wants to identify as a cat today. I'm like, she's fucking 13. Right? She doesn't know what she wants for dinner. And at this rate, if you come home wearing fucking cat ears and a towel, and you want to tell me you're a cat, then go fuck off in the garden and eat your dinner out there. That's what I say. I just don't get it. Why are you encouraging? And it's like in primary schools, they've got like posters up, and it was like, Are you comfortable in your own skin? Do you want to be another gender and all this shit? And I'm like, why are you trying to influence children? Like, if you went
Have you seen this in the school?
I've seen stuff online. I know it's online and you have to take it with a pinch of salt. But I mean, there's things in school and they're trying to push like pride and
the
shit.
thing is,
and I don't think influencing children that are that young.
No,
it's like if you went up to the child and said to him, "Do you want me to punch you in the face?" Like that, he'd be like, "Yeah." But if you went up to him and went, "Do you want me to fucking punch you in the head?" He'd be like, "No." Right, Santa, he's a psychopath, so people are like, "Yeah." Either way,
yeah.
But you could convince a 4-year-old
anything
or a young child that you can convince them, and you can like plant these seeds in their brain. Yeah. And I don't agree with that. So
no,
like, when he goes to school,
that's what I'm trying to get onto.
Yeah,
is that I don't. No.
If he goes to school and I have any inkling that he's come home and they're like planting these seeds, I see that as paedophilia.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Because if you're talking about like sex changes and things like this, and you're not comfortable having a willy, do you want a vagina? And you're trying to influence that in a school, like a primary school, where they're like from fucking 5 to like 10, I think that's fucking weird. Yeah. And then how old were you when you had like a sex education class? Like, I think I was in year 6, so I was like 11.
Yeah.
And it still wasn't a graphic one. It was like, this is how babies are made.
It was it was like a scientific.
Yeah. And then you have like a cartoon of the birds and the bees and all this shit. Fine. And I was never like, and they're doing like sex education now, really young, in schools. And I think, why the fuck are you teaching kids that?
It's a bit weird.
They're gonna find out their own way. But why are you trying to? I just think that's really fucking strange that you're trying to teach like a 7-year-old how to have sex. Because if I was a teacher and they were like, "Oh yeah, you got to do a sex education class to our year 3," I'm like, "You can fucking suck my tits. Is what you can do.
You can take my
Mrs. Partridge. All right. So how about you fuck off, or fuck off? I don't know. What do you want?
She in a pear tree.
Yeah, she was my old head teacher. I fucking hated that fat cunt.
Really?
Yeah, Mrs. Partridge.
I don't even know.
Is it Miss Partridge? I don't know. One of them was a fat cunt. I hated her.
Was this in primary school?
Fat, smelly bitch. Yeah.
All right. No, I don't like the fact that they're going to try and shove it down into schools, because that's the thing. It's growing more and more on social media now, and it's growing more in society to the point where if you don't like it,
you can't say it.
Yeah, if you don't like it, you can't have an opinion on it.
Yeah. Oh, if we don't like this, you can't say it.
But if you don't like me not liking it, you have every right to
have a go at me over it.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't understand it. Because now it's getting to the point where the schools are like, oh God, we want to, how. I think it's to the point where like they're trying to be more accepting to more pupils and bring in more pupils.
But no, the thing with this is
they don't want to get.
No one wants to offend anyone.
Yeah,
that is literally the bottom line. No one wants to offend anyone. No one wants their kids going home going, "Oh, I said I want it to be a girl," and they had to go at me. And I think you're born with one or the other, right? And if you want to change, fine. Don't come home telling me you want to be a fucking squirrel. I don't understand it. And then tomorrow you're going to be a fucking, I don't know, a number plate. Or a fucking penguin with 5 dicks. I'm not really sure what's going on. And it's like all these pronouns and shit. I don't understand this. There's so many. And have you seen this pronoun that they've got for normal people? Oh. I say normal. Like for just people. So basically there's a pronoun now. This has probably been around for ages. So this is probably boring loads of people. I don't care. It's called cis. They call it cis.
Hey sisters.
Which is basically, if you're born as a man and you identify as a man, they call you cis. Like cisgender, or I think it's.
I am a man.
And I had someone tell me this before, and I was like, what? He was like, yes, you cis males, or you cis people. I was like, what did you call me? A cis? Yeah, it's because do you identify as a man? I was like, yes. Well, as far as I'm aware, I have a dick. I can't really see it anymore, but I have a dick. Okay, well then you're a cisgender or whatever the fuck it was.
No, I'm not.
I was like,
why are you shooting my pronouns?
I'm just fucking normal. Like I don't go around thinking I'm a fucking hamster. I don't understand it.
That's where I would turn around and be like, "What did you just call me?
Yeah,
cis? Are you sure? I'm man."
Who was it that done it? I think it was Piers Morgan. He turned around. He was doing an interview, and they were all talking about pronouns and what you identify as.
Oh, he said a penguin or something.
No, and he turned around and was like, "What if I identified as a black man?" And the woman was like, "No, that's different." He was like, "How is it different?" No, you can't do that. He was like, "But where does this line? Where is the line? Which is you can't do this because you have made up however many fucking genders. There's about 1 million pronouns. Why can't I identify as a black male?" That's too far. I'm like, oh, so that's where the fucking line is it?
Race.
Yeah. Okay, I see how it is. Yeah, it's just fucking weird. And then the other thing is now there's some countries that have like no gender toilets. So it's just one big toilet.
Oh, yeah.
And you go in. And they're the countries that are fucking normal because they can trust people. So you go into the toilet, they're going in there to take a piss or take a shit or, change their fucking tampon or wash their hands. I don't know. Normal fucking stuff you do in a toilet. Whereas over here, people are fucking strange. And in America, because they're weird cunts.
Yeah.
But now it's... the thing that worries me, now, especially now having a daughter, is blokes dressing up as women going in women's toilets.
Yeah.
Because if I was out in public, and I don't know if many people will agree with this, but if I was out in public and Debbie took... thing 2 to the toilet and she came out and she said there's a bloke in there dressed as a woman, I'm kicking off.
Oh yeah,
because that's fucking weird because I don't trust people. I think you might be going in there to perv on fucking kids or women.
That's the thing as well. It's an easy access to being a pervert now. That's what men do as well. They dress up women and go, I identify as women. Easy as that.
I also want to say not everyone that goes into a women's toilet that is transgender does that.
Oh, no,
they don't. No, but you are going to get the minority of people that are going to do that because they see that as an easy opening to do. So, and this was like another thing I see. Some bloke was kicking off. He was like, well, my fucking wife and daughter are in the toilet and you're standing there while they're in the cubicle. Like, basically listening to them. And I think that's really fucking strange.
No, that's weird.
And he was like, what? Or she, whatever the fuck it was. It looked like a bloke. Like, just in a fucking skirt and like a blouse. And it was like, well, I have every right to be in there. He was like, but you don't. You have a cock. He was like, how do you know? He was like, I can see your Adam's apple. It's bigger than mine. Right? And it's just, I thought, I can't fucking... It's just a weird place. And the fact that he was in there and he weren't even doing anything in the toilet. He was just standing around.
Ugh.
Just listening to, like, the kids talk and women talk and women do their business. I don't agree with it.
That's weird.
I think that's fucked up.
No. Well, we are nice people. Just put there. We are very nice people. But it's just the fact I don't like them. Look.
Everyone has an opinion.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, everyone has an opinion. You can't judge me for what I think.
Yeah, because there's gonna be some people that hear this that are gonna be like, well, I don't agree with that, and that's fine. That is why there is opinions.
Exactly.
Everyone
you have a
own,
different opinion to me, and my one's different to you. My one's different to Terry's down the road.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't mean I got to go down there and knock on his door and go, your opinion's different to mine. I got to have a moan at you now because you think differently than me. Everyone thinks different.
But the problem is now as well is no one can have an actual conversation on a matter of opinion.
No. Everyone jumps straight to a conclusion and jumps straight to judging.
And I don't find like, why can't you stand there and have an adult conversation with me? Oh. Yeah, why can't you stand there and just because of my opinion, why can't you stand there and have an actual conversation? Like with two adults having a conversation of a matter of opinion.
Yeah,
why have you got to try and have a go at me and say that your beliefs are right and mine are wrong?
Yeah. I've got to listen to your opinion, but you can't listen to mine.
Yeah, regardless of how I was brought up, because people are like, oh, you must have been brought up in a household that doesn't accept gender fluidity and whatever the fuck it is. And no, I don't really care because, I mean, Dad's pretty fucking old school.
Yeah.
Not very old school. And then, like, obviously, Dad's side are very...
Yeah.
very old school. And then Mum's side are also...
yeah. But the thing is...
Mum's side more being gypsies, but they're very to their point. And... no, it's not a case of how I was brought up. I have my own opinions.
Exactly.
But people like to attack you for your opinions now.
I didn't have things put into my head about what to think of other things.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that they're trying to push it into schools. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're gay, if you're bi, if you're trans, if you're queer, if you're lesbian, if you're any of that, all right, that's fine. But you do you. I don't care. I'm not saying it as in like a way of like, oh, I don't care, you this, you that. Like genuinely, like, you know, I'll support it. Support like crackhead side. She's got a couple people over there who are bi. I think, who is it? I think her cousin's bisexual.
Her mum? Oh.
No. Imagine if her mum was lesbian. God, that'd be the end of the world. No, her cousin's bisexual, I'm pretty sure. And she's one of the most talkative people I've spoke to as well. She's very, very nice to speak to. You wouldn't even tell.
Debbie's sister's a bisexual. She's sometimes a lesbian.
And that. She can't drive though.
She's alright. Yeah, she can't fucking shit. She parked out the front. It was when I was standing there talking to one of my mates, and I think she was dropping you at McDonald's off or something. Or she was getting ketchup from you because they were been to McDonald's.
Oh, her and Cracker, yeah.
Yeah, and she pulled up out the front, parked in the middle of the road, and was like, oh, I could move a bit closer to the curb. I was like,
a bit.
I could get my van and Debbie's car in there between you and the fucking curb. And then she pulled up the other day, and she pulled up onto the drive. And like in front of my van, and I was watching her out the window, and she started laughing, and I looked. I was like, "How close are you to my van?" She was like, "No, that's all right." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then as she was like sort of taking her seatbelt off and stuff, I was like, "Please, for the love of God, she hasn't left it in gear. She's going to take her foot off the clutch, please, please," because she was like a foot away from my van. Oh, was it?
Yeah, she's got an automatic.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you fucking.
She didn't pass her manual. She did an automatic.
She's a retard.
I'm a retard.
Retarded. Hi guys.
Automatic stands for autism. I don't know how I did my manual test. But yeah, gay people, queers, we love you.
Yeah, bye, friend.
Yeah, no, you know, opinions. Well, we're gonna shut it off there before anything else happens, but. Whatever you want.
We've gone into this before.
Be what you want to be. Don't
leave the children out of it.
Leave the children alone.
Please argue with someone else but children. I feel like that's all they've got left now. It's like, well, everyone else at a normal age, they just don't argue. Let's start arguing with the kids.
They don't know nothing.
Let's fiddle with the children.
Oh God,
Kimmy. God.
My Kimmy Savile costume has been locked away ever since. Anyways,
moving
on.
My other one, right, is this is another opinionated thing. So do you know when you was at school and you had like the kids that were like the popular group, and then you had the kids that had like the long hair and they like rock music and all this shit, and then yeah, but I mean I don't care for music. I like all sorts of music. I can listen to everything. Like at the moment we've got Eminem on, but then at work I was listening to like Iron Maiden and AC/DC.
Yeah.
I'm not really bothered, but then it's like, I think it's different when you're like an adult, but I think when you're at school, if you like rock music and you grow your hair out a bit long, it's like your class was like the weird kids.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it was like at our school anyway.
I
think a group, and one of them's moved away, but I still talk to him every so often, and he's a singer. He's a really fucking good singer, and he plays with like, is it Warhammer? Like the little figures that you paint.
Yeah.
He's got like fucking thousands of them scattered in his house, and he lives up in like Suffolk way. And he's like wicked at doing them, and he's still got like really long hair, and he now sings like country music and rock music. And he's always just been a really nice person, but at school everyone was like, yeah, he was a fucking weirdo. I'm like, but why?
Yeah.
Why was he weird?
That's school though, isn't it?
Yeah.
In school everything was so like judgmental. If you don't do this, you're not a part of this group.
Yeah, but even like in adult life, if you like certain things, you're still classed as like, I don't know, people have like a weird opinion on it. I think just
just because I drive a Mini doesn't mean I'm a gay hairdresser.
Who sent that one?
Who is it? Someone said, you're gay for driving a Mini.
I think it was Matt.
And someone else said, I'm a hairdresser, I'm driving a Mini. Yeah, guess what? I'm a window fabricator.
I don't know how to cut hair.
Yeah, bikes, trucks, Matt.
Yeah.
Why did Sid get a hairdresser's car?
Because he looks like a puff. Sorry.
None of that. Let's leave that for now.
Yeah. I just think people are weird in general, and that's why I just hate people, because I just hear so much shit from people. Like the amount of shit you hear when people are drunk and they come up to you and they're like, yeah, my mate done this. I'm like, okay, good for you.
Don't
Yeah,
care.
and then people come up to you and go, do you like this? And like the tattoo on my arm, I'll be out, people are like, oh, do you like Iron Man? I'm like, well, yeah, I tattooed on my fucking arm. Didn't do it as a dare. Oh, well, you know, I like DC too. And I'm like, who? DC? Did you call? It's Marvel, okay? Don't you dare do that ever again. And I'm like, oh, just... And people are just strange over there. Like, why have you got it tattooed on your arm? Well, I don't know. Why fucking not? Half the shit I have. And another opinion, why have you got a bear on your neck? I look fucking cool. I don't really know. Why have you got a chessboard on your neck? Oh, or someone fall like, oh, can you rub all them tattoos off? You got a bit of dirt on your neck. I'm like, no. I can give you a black eye.
That'll rub off in a few days.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just find people. I just hate people. I just hate being around people. People when you go sit in like restaurants, I hate sitting near anyone because people are just cunts. I hate being in shops with people.
I'm like that. I don't like being in big crowds, big areas of...
Bear in mind, the job I do, I'm around 600 people every night.
Yeah.
I just don't like people. But when they're pissed, like they take fuck off a little bit better than when they're sober.
Oh yeah.
Unless you
Thing is, when
you're a woman.
When you're a bit pissed, I think in the morning you kind of realise like, yeah, it was a bit too much last night. Maybe it was a lot. I think majority of the people do think that in the morning after. Then you get the dickheads. You're like, no, I was trying to have a good night, and this bouncer, no, I'm trying to fucking, we've been off, and then you get them knobs. But
it's a matter of opinion. You have your own opinion. That's fine. I don't really want to fucking hear it, to be quite honest. I don't care for your opinion.
I treat people as in, I speak to you. If I'm somewhere and it's a random person, and I'm in a shop, or I'm in somewhere, and I speak to someone, they say something or whatever, I'll be like, I can say whatever I want to you because I'm probably never going to see you again. Yeah. So I don't care.
And I don't care whether I see you again.
Exactly.
If I see you again and you don't know what I say, I still don't give a fuck.
I know. That's the thing. That's how I treat it most of the time. If I say something and I don't care about what I say, I'll be like, I don't really have to care because what are you going to do?
You don't have to like me. I'm not really bothered.
Exactly.
Not many people do.
And secondly, after I say this thing and I leave, I'm never going to probably see you again. So I don't really care. So you deal with that as you want. But it's I don't know.
Yeah. It's just more people opinions. Again, everyone has their own opinion. And keep it to yourself. Don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
Unless we're in like a conversation. So if we was having a conversation like this, we had someone on and we asked, or we was like in a topic of discussion.
Should we get a gay person on?
Yeah. I don't care. As long as he sucks my dick.
Very good at it.
Yeah, I think everything in society fucks me off. I need to move somewhere very isolated, live on my own.
Yeah.
Well, I say on my own with my family, and not have to deal with people. Stop looking at my fucking windows. There's nothing wrong with them. They're double glazed, these windows.
Yeah.
These are the best windows ever. Oh.
Bending.
Have you got any more? What we hate? There's probably so much that we hate about society.
I don't know what part of this comes under society, but like,
go on.
How do I explain it? Like, online messaging. There's many things that comes along to this.
Right, go on.
You've got this. This brings on to a lot of stuff. I hate as well. I'm going to start off with this one because I think this is a good one. I've experienced this one a lot.
Okay.
People, don't just take that as you want. Just people who act more like a dickhead to you, like treat you like a dickhead when they're around other people, like friends, and then when they're by themselves, they're really nice to you.
Yeah,
they're fine with you, and then when they're around other people, say, "Oh my god!"
Oops.
You just moved the mic and hit the intro.
I moved the mic to cough and hit the intro button.
But say, for instance, you're out, you and this person, maybe another person or two, and this one person's out, like they're normal. They're like, "Oh yeah, you want to go here? Blah blah. How's your week been? Or what's this? What you doing? What you into?" Normal conversation you have with someone.
Yeah.
When you're with a big group of people, possibly 7, 8, 9, 10
they try
or more.
and change how they act.
And they change how they act. They turn to you and they kind of embarrass you in front of everyone. They turn around and be like, you knob, you do this, you do that, blah, blah, blah. You can't even... And they just make you look like a dickhead in front of everyone.
Yeah.
I hate them people. If you're one of them people, go fuck yourself. I hate them. They are...
I had this. So he's a friend of mine, bear in mind. He's an ex-copper. And I think he's going back into the Met Police. I won't say any names, but I've been friends with him for years. I think he's like a year below me at school. And I sort of like become friends with him more at the gym when I was at the old gym. And yeah, he comes up the club all the time. And I always like just let him in and, you know, he's wank puffy and whatever else. Whenever he gets pissed, where are you going? What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, what?
My phone's about the day.
Oh.
Before I just got left.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
End the conversation.
I'll start that again.
No, well, ex-copper, who's probably going back into it, you always let him in.
Yeah, you'll know him if you see him. So why don't you put your headphones back on? It's not very off-putting. I feel like you can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Can you hear me
I
now?
have ears.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Sid's got a little willy.
Hey.
I didn't even hear that. That's because I got music on. Yeah, he comes up and he gets pissed when he comes up. Is what it is, and whenever he gets pissed, he always tries to give it Billy Big Bollocks because he's like
one of them.
He's like 6'2" and he's a bit more built. And he's like, yeah, you know, and before when I was restraining someone, he was like, you know, you shouldn't do like that. I was like, listen, I've been doing this job for fucking ages. Okay, I know it works, I know it doesn't work, and this works every fucking time. Okay, the way that you were taught in the police doesn't always fucking work. So he come up one night with him and his mate, and then two birds, and he was obviously trying to show off to these two girlfriends that he was with. I think one of them was like his mate's missus, and then it was her mate. So he was like trying to set him up. He was fucking about me on the way in, and he was like fucking saying things in front of these birds, going, "Yeah, don't worry, like we can get in." And I was like, "Listen, I'll just let you in, right? For one, if I didn't want you to go in, you wouldn't be going in. I'm not trying to fucking blow my own trumpet." I was like, "But you wouldn't be going past me." And I've never like had an issue with him or problem or anything. We've always been quite good friends. And whenever he comes in, he's pissed out, and we end up having like a fucking laugh, and then he goes home. And then because he was in front of these two girls, I think she turned around and I can't basically got into like a topic of conversation that her brothers were a bit handy. I was like, okay, that's fine. I don't really care about your brothers. And yeah, and then he was like, oh no, don't worry. If you've got a problem with him, I'll fucking sort him out. About me? I was like, no, you fucking won't. Don't give me that shit. And he stood there in the corridor. He went, what, do you want to go now? I was like, and I thought he was being, I went, you taking a piss? He went, no, like we'll have a little roll around if you want right now, me and you. As a joke. I was like, all right, go on then. And then he fucking shot for me. As in, like, tried to fucking spear me. And as soon as he went down and went round my torso, I just wrapped my arm under his neck and just put him straight into a fucking guillotine. And then we ended up, like, up against the women's toilet's door. And I just lifted up. And he was
this all a joke?
Yeah, it was all a joke. And I just lifted up, but he was going and he was tapping my leg. And I said, this is not finishing the way you want it to. I was like, you're going to go to sleep. This is how it's going to finish. And I was pulling, and then he was like tapping my, he was like, okay. And as he came up, his eyes were fucking bright red. But on the way down, he caught like everything on my jacket or my vest. So he caught all the pockets, all the Velcro, my camera, my fucking torch. And it just like scraped his face up. And then obviously where I'd been pulling him, all the blood had rushed to his face. And he got out and he went like blue and he was like against the wall and he was like... And then his mate was stood there like... Oh my God. And these two girls were like, oh shit. I was like, see? I said, this is what happens when you fuck around. I said, don't try and show off. And
basically games, he wins.
And he was fine and he was laughing. And then the rest of that night he was fucking good as gold. And then he's been in a couple of times since. I said, do you want to have a roll around again? Do you want me to check you out again? He's like, no. He's like, I didn't think you could do that. I was like, I have done this for fucking ages. Why wouldn't I be able to fight? Well, just because you're a bit bigger than me, you think I can't fight. I was like, you have no fucking clue, do you? You have no idea how this works. Oh. Yeah, and he's just one of them people. I was like, Listen, don't show off in front of fucking birds. I said, because I'm sober. You're pissed as well, which makes 10 times worse. I could see you coming from a mile away. You're like a fucking giraffe. I said, I don't know why you shot for my fucking torso and not my legs. I said, it was just a really weird way. And I said to him at that point, I was like, I knew you'd never had any fight training because you'd gone for my fucking waist. I was like, and at that point, I just see it feasible to try and choke you out. He was like, yeah, but I was tapping. I was like, I don't care. Just because we're not in MMA. You're going to sleep, bitch. Yeah, and it was just, I said, just don't fucking show off like that in front of people. I said, because I'll just embarrass you. Yeah. I was like, and your mate didn't want to help you either. And he was like, well, no, he didn't want to fight you. I was like, I know, but I'm just saying, don't be a dickhead.
Neither do you now.
I said, we're mates. Don't be a dickhead in front of girls. I said, because it's just not worth it. He's like, what happens if I took you to the ground? I was like, then the same thing would have happened, just on the ground. So, yeah, that was just like one thing. But
people were showing off as well, isn't they?
It was fucking hilarious.
That's like keyboard warriors as well.
Oh, they're dickheads as well.
That's
you
another
get a
thing
lot
I
of
hate.
them.
Oh, they give it all the chat over text, and then you come face to face, and they're completely hesitant of what they said over messages.
Oh yeah, that's
quite
funny. Have you got any other ones?
I did, but my app reset, so it's all gone.
I'm out now. So,
Do you
know what I don't like about society?
What's that? Everyone
has to have a label.
Oh, I broke the mic. Everyone has to have a label.
Yeah, everyone has to have something wrong with them.
You know what?
What are you doing? You got to edit this, by the way. So this is all going to be cut out.
I've had enough.
Cut.
I've had enough.
Okay.
I'm now holding the mic with my hand.
Right. This is going to be a lot of
this
fucking.
This is going to be a bad
noise.
idea.
Yeah, but everyone now. I think Reg touched on this a little bit in the last one, the last Doghouse episode.
Right.
But everyone has to have a label now. I think, like, if you're not mentally ill, or you haven't got something like ADHD or whatever else, then like it's I don't know. I think it's like a sympathy thing. Everyone wants to have something.
Yeah.
And it's like when you, especially now, we obviously know people with kids, and they're like, oh yeah, I think he's autistic, and I think he's got ADHD, and this and that, and I'm like, he's free. Maybe he's just a fucking weirdo. I don't know. Leave him alone.
What about your one?
He's just a fucking nutcase. He just, as soon as he wakes up, he's like 100%, which is fine. He's a little boy, and he's got loads of energy, whatever. But I'm not going to go take him to the doctors. I'm like, yeah, he's just a fucking nutcase, and I don't know. I think he has ADHD. Yeah, why? What good is it to a 4-year-old to be labelled with something like that?
I labelled you with autism at the age of 4.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't get it. And then I think it also takes away from the people that actually really do struggle.
Oh yeah. You get a lot of people who struggle with mental health, and stuff like that, and then you get people who, this is another. We'll go on to this of another episode because I want to do another episode. I do want to see if we can partner up with a mental health place. Yeah, somewhere that does a mental health page. Yeah.
We can do it with like a mind representative or someone like that, or someone that works for like the Samaritans or. Because there's a lot of stuff. Do we go into it now, or do we leave it?
No, we'll.
Because I've had experiences with like Samaritans and like therapies and counselling and shit like that, and it's a really weird process to go through.
Yeah.
And I think these people that are like, oh no, I've got this, and oh yeah, I've definitely got this. It's like, no, you're just on a come down. You think you're depressed. You've just gone out and done drugs and drunk all weekend, and now you're depressed. Yeah, is what it is. And I think it takes it away.
That takes away from the people who are actually struggling. Yeah, and that's the thing. This is a thing with people who are actually struggling. They feel like if they reach out to someone, they're going to get treated the same way as someone would treat another person who's acting on it. Say, for instance, someone's acting on it. It's like, I can't remember who said it last time. I think it was on a Doghouse episode where they spoken about how it would get to a situation where it's a boy who cried wolf. Yeah, where they'll get to a point where they'd say it and they want it for attention, and then they would do it to a point when they actually need help. Yeah, and then you'd be like, no, you don't, because you're fine, all this and all that, and and then they actually they do something about it, like ending their life. That's the worst thing. I've had conversations with people. All it takes is a conversation with someone that can save someone's life. Yeah. I've had many conversations with people who've been in a shit situation. I've whether that has been for attention or not, I've not gone to the point of going, oh no, you're just fine. Just man up. Just, sort yourself out.
Do you know, that's
the worst thing.
Or he didn't say it to me, but I was going through a very dark time for like a few years. You probably don't even know any of this.
Probably not.
And I was having like therapy and counselling. I think someone pointed it out to Mum and Dad, and then Dad was like, I think people that do that need to man up a little bit. And I don't think he understood it.
No.
And obviously when I sat down and had that conversation with him, he was like, oh, right. And then Mum was like, no, you don't want to go to the doctors and get antidepressants. They'll just fuck you up. I was like, no, they don't know, do they? Like, it's something that actually helps. And she doesn't understand it. And she kept going, you just got to tell yourself that you're fine.
No, I'm not.
That's
old
a
school,
fucking great idea, Mum. Yeah, I'm fine. I just want to kill myself.
They're old school. So they've been brought up.
Yeah. They understand now. But Mum's very like, she's like in her ways.
Yeah.
Dad's a bit more like flexible, I should say. But
I think all it takes is for, I know it's easier said than done, but for the people who are going for stuff, I know it's easier me sitting there going, oh, you have to speak to someone. But that is what gets you help, is speaking to someone. Whether they're going to turn around and be like, sort yourself out, or they turn around and have a conversation with you.
But on the flip side of that, I'm going to play like devil's advocate. It is very difficult to ask for help.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying it's easy.
Basically, some people, like depression and things like that, some of it's brought on by like trauma.
Yeah.
And then some people, it's like a chemical in your brain. And some people just release like this chemical or have like a deficiency of a chemical, like is it dopamine? Or whatever it is. I can't remember the fucking names of them. I'm not a scientist. But basically, it's like a chemical imbalance in your brain. So some people's is brought on by like trauma, so like childhood trauma or whatever, or a car crash like PTSD. And then other people's are just literally brought on for no reason.
Yeah.
And it's hard, whatever situation it is, it's always difficult to turn around and be like, yeah, I need some help. Because if you don't have a way of explaining it, which I didn't, I had no clue why, to then turn around and speak to someone that you don't know, which is, I know it sounds weird, but it is better to talk to someone you don't know.
Yeah.
Especially if they're professional in that sort of line of work. But to speak to someone that you don't know because you just feel like they're not going to judge you, but then it's very difficult because you're trying to tell this random person you've never met in your life why you feel like shit when you don't understand why you feel like shit is really difficult. Yeah. And then if you do know why, like obviously if your circumstances are a bit shit, and then you turn around to someone, the worst thing that you can think about at that point is like, right, I've got all this stuff going through my brain, which is why I feel depressed, or which is making me depressed, and then I'm going to go tell someone that I know, and then you just think that they're going to think, oh fucking hell, he's just got like loads of fucking shit, and it's thing after thing, and like you don't want to be a burden on people.
Oh yeah,
it's a really weird one. So then you end up just bottling it up for ages, and then you get to a point where you're like, I can't fucking, because you go out and it's just like a fucking loop in your brain, and you're like, what the fuck do I do? Yeah. So, but it is best to talk to people.
Yeah,
and get professional help. It's always good to have a chat with your mates and like your family. But at the same time, it's good to get a professional point of view on this, because they can give you like coping mechanisms of how to deal with it. And
they've dealt with many other people before who's been through the same situation.
Point you in the right direction.
Yeah.
So, and then it was when I had the Samaritans ring me. I'd run the Samaritans one night. And then for like a week after, they were ringing me every day to make sure that I'd fucking killed myself. And I was at work, and I had to go into Screwfix to get some bits. And they rang me, and she was like, hello, is this Charlie? I was like, yes. Who's this? She was like, oh, my name's Jane from the local Samaritans. Blah, blah, blah. So, hello. Yeah, how are you feeling? I was like, okay, I'm just tired. Okay. What are you doing? I was like, just in Screwfix, getting some tape measures. Okay. Have you had a tea today? I'm like, yes. Why, is there something in tea that can help me? No, it's just a way of calming you and relaxing you. I was like, right.
Is it?
Okay. Yeah, but it's just like, it's something like takes your mind off. It's really weird how they explained it. And it's just like asking me, I was like, look, you're a lovely person. I appreciate you checking up on me. I am okay, and I'll ring if I do need help, and I understand that now. But I'm about to pay, and I have Apple Pay, and I'm on my phone, so I'm gonna have to end the call. She was like, "Hang on a second." I was like, "No, bye."
But love you, bye.
And it was just really weird. But yeah, get professional help.
Yeah,
it's like the easiest way.
What we'll do is at some point we'll do an episode on this.
Yeah,
and we'll get some. I don't know. We'll see if we can partner up with someone, team up with someone who does
We've
it.
really spurred off on this. It was things I had about society. It's like now we're trying to die.
No. But if you are going through a situation like this, talk to someone.
Yeah.
Talk to a family. Talk to a friend. Talk to someone you don't know, or get professional help.
Or join our Patreon.
Yeah.
For £3.60 a month, 12p a day, you get pictures of Crackhead naked.
No, Martin. That's her mother.
You get pictures of Crackhead Senior naked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
How much is it? Hold on, let me have a... I'm going to join myself.
What, her OnlyFans? She should do an OnlyFans.
Oh, she'd be millionaire.
I know. I'd have about 5 subscriptions.
Right.
All to see the same photo.
Let's leave
Why
it
have we
here.
got 5 accounts on it? I don't know. I just wanted to wank 5 times today. We have 1 account. It'd be fine. Yeah, but 5 just seems better.
Anyways, shall we wrap it up here?
I'm joking. I'm happily married. Leave me alone.
I'm not joking.
I'm joking.
I'm not.
If you're listening to this, ring me. No, I'm joking.
Right.
Should we leave it on that?
Let's fit the boogie.
I fucking hate when you say it.
I ain't said it in a while. I've got to say it, you know.
You said it last week.
Yeah, but you didn't know.
No, I did. I just ignored it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I was like halfway through saying something else.
Oh.
So,
anyways.
Follow the Instagram. What's the Instagram?
It's at Brothers_under.
Let's do it.
Brothers_unplugged_podcast. The link is also in the description. Go follow us Spotify. Go follow us on Amazon Music. Go follow us on Apple's Music. Yeah, please, 5 stars. I've seen it dropping a little bit, and I'm kind of getting a little bit.
Especially when we're making like episodes like this are very controversial.
Yeah, no,
this
honestly,
is going to drop our rating even more. So
we're good people. We're good people. Just rate us 5 stars. This is what I'm saying. If you don't like it, just click off our episodes. Click off our profile. Just leave it. Just don't. If you don't like it, leave. Don't rate it. Don't be like, you know what, I'm going to rate you down stars because you're cocks. No, don't do that because that just puts down our reputation. We're not exactly
providing you a service, are we? We haven't really disappointed you with... I haven't made you a cake and fucking pissed in it.
Yeah.
You just listened to something you don't like, so grow up. What
we're doing is for free, and the purchase of this podcast is by choice. You don't have to pay to listen. You're listening to free stuff, and you're sitting there going, I don't like it.
Do you know what?
I'm going to ruin your reputation by rating you 1 star.
The amount of people that have like, yeah, we're not listening to you because you're just a pair of idiots.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I know.
Fair enough. Yeah.
It's fine.
I love you too.
We just talk shit.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
Yeah, but please rate us 5 stars. Follow us on Instagram. I know there's people out there who do not follow us on the Instagram. Do it. Go follow us.
It's like Dom. Are you sure this is the same person?
Yes, from TikTok. Right. Yes, it is.
So the TikTok that Sid has abandoned, that we're trying to bring back to life now.
Yeah,
got some ideas there. The TikTok that Sid abandoned, we had someone on there, which is now he is a Patreon member.
Yes,
he is now on Instagram.
Yeah,
and he used to message us all the time.
Yeah,
on TikTok, and it was like, why don't you just follow the Instagram? Obviously, not realizing he didn't have Instagram, but he'd made an Instagram account so he could follow us. And now he's a Patreon. Dom,
we love you.
If it is you that was on TikTok, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, we love you. Thank you.
Thank you
people like that support us.
Yeah, thank you for being Patreon. Thank you for supporting us and listening to us.
Yeah. So
and thank you for messaging. Everyone who messages, I love it.
Yeah.
Sometimes
we reply to everyone.
Yeah.
So, and even if you need a chat, just being on the topic of this episode, I suppose, or the last segment of this episode, if you need a chat, we're here. We're not cunts.
Yeah. Honestly, we're not.
Yeah.
Well, we are on recording sometimes,
but if you need a chat with someone, one of us will be there to chat with you.
Exactly.
If you want to just send us pictures of your missus' tits, we're also obliged to that as well.
We can't control what you send.
Just no dick pics.
Yeah. The Fiesta is gone.
Martin, no dick pics.
Chicken burger.
Chicken burger. I feel like we haven't done that for ages.
Yeah.
Oh, talking of Martin, in his stuff that we've sent,
Yeah.
right, if you're listening to this far, if you've listened this far, Martin, I have put some special stuff.
What have you put in there? I don't even know.
In your package.
You're going to have to tell me
So
after.
you got your hat, you got some stickers, but I've put a couple of special things in there for you.
We're going to have to...
Okay? I'll tell you after. But I
Yeah.
put some special stuff in there, a little note as well. So when that does turn up, let us know. But you read the note and then go from there. Okay? Don't fucking out me, you dickhead. All right? But other than that, follow the socials. Join the Patreon.
Yes, £3.60 a month. That is 12p a day.
I think it is.
Something like that. But it's cheap as anything. It helps us out. It helps us. It will, at some point, keep the podcast running. What is going on?
That's showing me the child's pad.
Oh, he's found it, is he?
Yeah.
Crackhead asked me today. She was like, is it in your car? Because we took him out, didn't we?
Oh.
And he had it on him and she thought it was in the car. It's not.
He's asleep. You don't need it now.
Yeah. But anyways, follow us on Instagram. Follow us on all the socials. Spotify, Amazon Music. We're all on that. Jazz, Apple Podcasts. Follow the Instagram. I said that already.
We are going to...
Buy the Patreon.
We are going to make the TikTok resurface. But in
We'll
a
do
different
our
way.
Yeah.
In a different
It's
way.
not going to be all the board. We're going to have possibly a few clips here and there, but
Yeah.
more things are going to be introduced and it's going to be more interesting, I'd say.
Yeah. So, do that. And we'll see you all next week.
Goodbye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.